So this note right here is the pivot note. Hey everybody, Jeff Schneider here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to improvise over giant steps. But this is going to be a little bit different than the last couple of videos that I've done. Recently we did Had a Solo over Spain, Isn't She Lovely, Just the Two of Us, so we're continuing the series. But for this particular episode, I'm going to teach you how to sing over giant steps, because one of the crucial parts of being able to improvise well over this particular set of chord changes is actually being able to hear them. As many of you know, the chord progression for giant steps is a little unusual. We're moving into other keys, modulating very quickly, so it's important that you have your ear wrapped around this harmony and you're not just pushing down keys that you know theoretically may work. So what I've done here is written an etude. I put together an etude. I'm going to share the sheet music with you in a little bit, but first I'm going to teach you how to sing through this part or sing through this etude, and we're going to break it down part by part. This is all about participation here, so sing along with me. This is really going to help you get your ears wrapped around the chord changes to giant steps. But before we get into it, I want to let you know that I'm hosting my live online masterclass next week called Big Wins for Better Improv. It's on jazz improvisation, or any genre for that matter. And it's a free online masterclass. If you haven't been able to attend yet, I highly encourage you to come and check it out. It's absolutely free, and all you have to do is register at the link up top, which, is it up on this side? I always forget. I think it's on this side. Anyway, it's going to be on Tuesday next week. That's August 13th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's New York City time. So hope you guys can make it. Again, we're going to be talking about big wins for better improv, getting your improvisation to the next level by digging into the core principles of what makes a good improvised solo good. Hope to see you guys there. Make sure you register at the link up top or below. All right, so let's get into singing this solo. So first I'm going to sing through the whole thing without any chordal accompaniment, and then I'll talk about why each section works. I'll break it down bit by bit. Here we go. Da 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 di da do da da do do da 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 do da da do do da 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 di da do 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 da 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 di da do da do 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 da 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 do da do da do da do 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 da do 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 da 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 do da do 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 da 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 do da ba boo do da da do di da da do da da do di da do da do do da 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 do da da do da da do di da da do da da do de do da do da 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 do da do do da di da do da do do da 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 do da do do da 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 do da ba ba di do da. So when you sing this, I don't care if your voice sounds good or not. Mine certainly could sound a lot better, but I do want you to focus on getting the center of each pitch. Intonation is really important here. That's going to give you the assurance that you are clearly hearing the harmony and able to navigate through those chord changes with these notes in pitch or in tune and on pitch. Okay, so let's talk about each section here. I'm going to bring you over to the sheet music and we'll break it down. So the first chord is B major 7, and that's the first key center as well. And we're going to start by outlining that B major 7 with the 3-2-1 of that scale. 3-2-1. That's pretty easy. Things get a little bit more challenging though when we come up. We come up with a B to a C sharp to a D. So if we ignore this D7 for a second and we just focus on the key of B, it's going to sound like we're going down major and up minor. So that's the first thing you want to get down. You want to be able to transition from what sounds like a major key to a minor key. Da 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 da. But we're not going to B minor, we're going to a D7 because we want to set up the next key center, which is G major. So this is going to be a 5 to essentially a 1 here. So this D natural is the root of the D7 chord. Now from there, once we find that root, once we find that D natural, we're going to sing down the bebop scale. And all that means is we're going to go chromatically down D, C sharp, C. Da da da. The bebop scale would sound like this. And we're just going to sing the first part of it, da da da. And what that does is it really sets up the key of G major for us. It helps us transition from the land of B major and right into the land of G major. So we're going to sing the bebop scale, da 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 da, and going back up to the D here, and then finally resolving to B, which is the third of G major 7. So all of that together sounds like this. And I'll play that with the chords underneath. And I'll sing it. It's really important that you guys can sing through this without any chords behind you. So just to demonstrate, da 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 dee da. Do this rubato. Hang on to a certain note if it doesn't feel right. See if you can reframe that D natural to sound more like the 5 of the key of G major. So it's going to at first it might sound like the minor 3 of B major or of B. We're talking about that D natural right now. So at first the D might sound like the minor 3rd of B, but what you want to do is reframe that D to actually sound like the 5 of G major. Now here's what I was talking about in regards to the repetition used in this particular etude. Because what we're going to do now is the same thing that we did in this measure here. So this phrase is exactly the same. We are on G major, we're going to go 3, 2, 1, and then come up with what looks like a minor scale, G, A, B flat, but that B flat, rather than being the minor 3rd of G, is actually going to be the root of the B flat 7. And the root of B flat 7 is B flat. And if we're considering the key of E flat major, which is where we're going next, B flat is the 5 of E flat major. So this phrase in measure 2 is exactly the same as in measure 1. Okay, going on, we're on the G now. The G again is the 3rd of E flat major, just like we had the 3rd of G major here. And actually we start with the 3rd of D sharp major of B major here with the D sharp. Okay, so let's go to E flat major 7. We're on the 3rd and we're going to go 3, 2, 1 again. We're changing the rhythm up slightly, and that's because we don't have as many chords in this particular measure. We have one chord, E flat major 7. But we're going to go down 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to go up this scale / arpeggio. This is a nice line on its own. This is going to be the 1 is E flat is the 1, F is the 2, G is the 3, B flat is the 5, and here's our pivot note right here. Sometimes we talk about pivot chords to modulate from one key to the next. This is a pivot note that's going to help us transition from the key of E flat major to the key of G major. Again, G major is our destination. So this note right here is the pivot note. And if we think about it in the key within the chord of E flat major, it would be the 7. So this lick would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. But because it's a pivot note, that 7 is also going to sound like, or rather that D is also going to sound like the 11 of A minor 7. Now you can think of it as the 11 of A minor 7, or if you want to relate it to the ultimate key center, you would think of it as the 5 of G major. So let's sing it through and we'll go up until this D right here. We're going to start at the beginning. Da da do do da da do di da do 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 da 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 di da do da do 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 da. I'll sing it through with the chords. Ba da do do da da do di da da do do da da do di da do da do 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 da. Alrighty. Now, this next part is really easy. If you're able to reframe this D as the 11 of A minor 7 or as the 5 of G major, then all you have to do is sing down the G major scale 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Or rather 5, 4, 3, 2, 3. Da da dee da. If you want, if it helps, you can go down to 1, and then once you get it to 1, you can instead go to 3. So that would be da da dee da dum. That would be 1 right there. Da da dee da dum. Or you could, once you get that, you could go to the 3. Da da dee doo da. And the reason we want to go to 3, of course, is because we're going to play the whole sequence again now, just as we did up here. But instead of starting on B major 7, we're going to start on G major 7. Da da do do da de do do da da do de 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 do do da da do de da do da. This is probably a good part to take up the octave. It's getting low for me. What happened there? Again, 3, 2, 1 on the G major 7, going up with what sounds like a minor scale, but of course that B flat is actually the root of B flat 7. It's also the 5 when you think of it in terms of E flat major. We do the bebop scale going down, and then we land on G, which is the third. We're always hitting that third. Ba da do da da. Go up to what sounds like a minor scale. F sharp is the root of F sharp 7. It's also the 5 when you consider B major 7. Okay, now we're on the D sharp. D sharp is the third of B major, and we're going to go down the scale just like we did here. Da da da, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to play that lick, that 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 lick. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. But of course, it's not a 7, it's an 11. It's the 11 of F minor 7. Or if you want to relate it to the key that we're going to, you can think of it as the 5. All right, let's sing that through. We'll sing it from measure 5 here. So, da da da, that should be the 3. Da da da, 3, 2, 1. Ba da do do da da do de da da do do ba da do de da do da ba do do da be de do da. Now it's a little different. Instead of going to the 3, we're going to finally land on the root of E flat major 7. E flat, of course, is the root. So this time we really are going 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ba ba dee da da, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is all about reframing. It's really important that you use the pivot notes to help you get from one key to the next. So you have to think of that pivot note in both contexts. This B flat here, you got to think of it in terms of the 7 of a B major scale, but you also have to think of it and hear it more specifically as the 5 of E flat major 7. A while back, I did an exercise, an ear training exercise that was fairly abstract. I'll link it up. But it was basically an exercise where you took a note, any note, you take C for instance, and you hear that C as various scale degrees. And it all happens internally. So you hear the C as the 1. So that C has the color of a 1. But then you can switch the chord that you're hearing underneath. What would that C sound like as the 3rd? You have to reframe the color of that note. As the 3rd, it sounds like this. So that C has a different personality. And it's important that you're able to switch between the potential personalities of a particular note. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We are reframing that pivot note to sound in a different key. Okay, let's go on. We're on the root of E flat major 7, and we're going to do our lick again. This is the 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 line that we've done many times before. Again, I didn't want you guys to have to learn a bunch of new material for this. Once you get the essential licks down for this particular solo, we're just going to reuse them so that you use that line as a way of navigating through the changes. So we're up on the D. You can think of this as the 7 of E flat major 7, or you can think of it as the 11 of A minor 7, or you can think of it as the 5 of G major. It sounds like this. And again, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 is G on a G major. And then we do the same line. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. 7 is the F sharp in the context of G. In the context of B, what is it? It's 5. It's the pivot note. Here's the G. So you want to be able to hear that F sharp as the 7 of G, but you also want to be able to hear it as the 5 of B. And in order to get to that that place of hearing the F sharp as the 5, you sing the scale going down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Singing down or up a scale is a great way to reframe the sound of that note as it relates to the key you're hearing either internally or externally on a chordal instrument. Okay, so we're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, going down, and then resolving to the 1, just as we did before, and then we're going to do it one more time. Here's the 1, 2, 3, 5, followed by 7. But it's not the 7, it's the 5 of E flat major, this note right here. B flat is the 5 of E flat major. So we're going to sing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Last but not least, we then have to find this F sharp. It's going to be a little tricky to find because the note before the F sharp is E flat, and E flat on an E flat major chord sounds like this. And then we have to, again, make that switch from E flat major to E flat minor to help us find the F sharp. So instead of, we're going to hear doo-da, doo-da. That can be a good exercise on its own, just kind of going between the major third and the minor third. Doo-da, doo-da. But we're not going to think of this F sharp as the minor third. We're going to think of it as the 5 in the context of the key we're going to, which is B major. So you guys have to remember that the main key centers that we're dealing with are B major, G major, and E flat major. And the way we get to those various key signatures is with a basic cadence. Usually it's going to just be a 5 going to a 1 like we have here. And then we do a slightly extended version of that cadence like here, for instance, which is a 2 to a 5 to a 1. So although we're dealing with multiple key centers here, the way we get from point A to point B is pretty simple. It's basically just 5-1 or 2-5-1, which is, again, why it's really important to be able to have vocabulary that works well over those progressions. But as I said, the most important part of this lesson is to be able to hear your way through these key changes. They go by really quickly, and using this particular etude that I wrote, it's going to make it easier to sing through and then get that internal sense of where the harmony's going. And that's going to ultimately make it easier for you to improvise a new solo over giant steps. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any requests for future videos, future songs that I break down and teach you how to solo on, definitely leave those in the comments. And if you haven't attended my free masterclass yet, Big Wins for Better Improv, make sure you register at the link that's somewhere on this page, and it's also in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you dug this video, make sure to hit that like button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot.